And we are alive. First of all, let me do this. Let me do that. What's up, good people? I'm gonna let some of the people hop on in here before we get started. Can everybody hear me? Let me know how the sound is. Let me know if I am good. As you come in here, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Let me know how I sound. We are going to get started in just a minute. Just a minute. We got our weekly series, 26 commitment series. It is Ashley Roberts with It's Just Different Pod. And every week, every Wednesday, we are bringing on 26s who have made the big decision. And that is what school they going to. Today we got Mecca, who will be going to UIC. We have Avery, who will be going to Central Arkansas. And we have, who's the third person? Cora, who will be going to GCU. Mecca played at Texas U. Avery played with THS. And Cora played with Players First. Let me know how I sound. Let me know if I am good. What does the audio look like? Because, y'all, we were struggling. Before I hit go live, so I need to make sure the audio is good. Drop it in the chat if the audio is good while you are tuning in. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and drop some questions. Drop some questions in the chat. This conversation is for you. It's for parents. It's for fans. It's for coaches. It's for anybody looking to get any insight on the recruitment process, on what to do, on what to ask, how it goes, and really simply just hear these player stories. So first up, like I said, we have Mecca Crawford. We're going to go ahead and bring her to the stage. Let me see where my girl at. Boom, there we go. Let me unmute you. How y'all feeling?
Hey y'all. I'm good.
Are we good? Do we got a little lag? Are we good? How the audio?
Yeah,
I think
no
we're
lag,
good.
no lag.
We're good. We're
First of
rolling.
all, thank y'all for taking time out of your day to hop on. I do these calls every single week just to bring on, like I said, one, celebrate the athletes. You went through this long journey and you've made your decision. And two, just to give information, just to give advice. My goal and my I feel like my purpose with this platform is to educate. It's to help parents, it's to help players, just really educate on this whole process. So who better to bring on than people who have been through it, have made a decision, and can talk all about it. So Mecca, I'm gonna start with you. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people and we'll get going.
Yes, so my name is Mecca Crawford. 17 years old. I attend North Crowley High School, and I'm committed to UIC.
What made you choose UIC?
Honestly, I really loved the relationships and how the coaches interacted with me, and also how they interacted with their players. I really love their campus, the city that it's in as well, and all like the positive and good vibes that they brought. I think that's really important when I'm going on a visit and visiting other colleges as well. So I really like their energy.
Yeah. Mom, dad. What made y'all? Obviously, I know it's the athletes, it's Mecca's choice ultimately, but what made y'all say, okay, yes, this is it?
Well, I'll say that she thought it was her choice, but we kind of like guided it. We kind of guided it. But like I'll tell you, from a parent perspective, like it's before you like go on a visit, you're looking at everything. You're looking at conferences, rosters, everything, coaches, how coaches act on the court and in locker rooms and stuff like that. But then when you go on visits, you really kind of sit back and see how your kid interacts with those coaches and how the coaches interact with the kid, because and then what does that school have to offer, like especially as far as education, and stuff like that. But you're really looking at the interaction and what they have to offer. And you get a feel, you know what I'm saying? You get a feel right away when your kid is interacting with the coaches and with the other players. If this is a school that you're willing to tell your kid this is a good job, go ahead and commit because
Mm-hmm.
when you see that interaction with the coaches and players, that's when I feel like you get a good understanding. And and that's what, like, if there's a school that's, you know what I'm saying, ranked lower than another school, you might go with that other school that's ranked lower because of that interaction and because of the community that's around that school. Like we with UIC, I mean, we met the team
The
pastor,
pastor.
like, you know, they broke it down. And so
Mm-hmm.
when you go that deep, you know that you're kind of trusting who, you know, your kid is going to commit to.
Right. Right. No, I like that. Mecca, are y'all from Fort Dallas Fort Worth? Y'all from here from Dallas Fort Worth, right? Where y'all from? I guess I should ask that
No,
question.
I was yeah, I was born in Kentucky. Really, yeah, Kentucky and Tennessee, and then I grew up really in Las Vegas. So we kind of moved around a little bit, but I mean, yeah, I'm not
So
from
let
here.
me not assume that you from Dallas. Let me not even assume that. But well, how long have you been here in Dallas Fort Worth?
About
How long you been there? 6 years?
about 6 years.
Okay, about 6 years. Now, I asked that question. I just kind of assumed earlier, but I asked that question because I feel like you're going to UIC, and I feel like a lot of athletes is afraid to go off, right? Like they want to kind
Mhm.
of stay home or like, and I know even for me, like I didn't want to go far. I only wanted to be in Texas. Like was that a thing for you or was it like really, since you moved around, it wasn't hard for you to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to UIC. It's far.
I say it wasn't really hard for me because I trust in the people that I'm ultimately putting my life in, like my not my life, but I'm putting the people I'm like having my life be put into. So um, it wasn't really that hard, and I know my parents are gonna be texting me, calling me, so I know that it's probably gonna be a little different, but I mean, I'll be able to adjust.
Yeah. I'm going to mom, dad real quick. Like I said earlier, I'm very, very big on just the information part. And AAU kind of ended, but AAU is still here at the end of the day. Like, what advice would y'all give to other parents as they are trying to find an AAU program?
Oh wow! Like AAU is tough, I would say. Like because like with AAU, when you talk to the coaches, like a lot of the coaches want you to have a real strong commitment to their program, and I completely understand that. But and like when you play AAU, every parent is telling their kid, "This is your time to go for it. This is your
Mm-hmm.
time to shine." And so it's like the whatever plan that coach has, it kind of gets shot down with the way the play turns out on the court, and it's just it's a hard inevitability. A lot of and I have struggled with just trying to like stay positive with it. I love the games, you know what I'm saying, but and the exposure, I would tell parents that you have to do it and you have to commit to it because the exposure is necessary. Like especially with how the way the transfer portal has changed with how universities look at incoming freshmen. It is not the same anymore as recently as the past 4 years. I come from a generation where, you know, we used to send tapes to schools and X, Y, and Z. But now when you look at like when schools are looking at their depth charts and they're looking at what kids they're bringing in from high school, you want to make sure that you're giving your kid as much exposure as possible to these college coaches. And like when you look at how Mecca got picked up, she did all her own like recruiting, and she kind of got discovered by accident, and it was a really, 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 really good fit. So I would say if there are things that are turning you off about the summer, and I know that there are a lot of things that might turn you off about the summer, like I would say at the end of the day, spend those 4 years and commit to it, because the scholarship is worth it. It pays out in the end. You know what I'm saying? You get your money back,
Yeah.
and so it is completely worth it.
Yeah. You said some things that I definitely want to ask about. I'm gonna take this question right here though. Is UIC looking at helping her build both athletically and professionally?
Yes. I'll say athletically, um, just the way that they go through practice in the weight room, they're looking to build me physically and also develop me as like a basketball player. Me being able to not only just bang in the post, but like do more of like a stretch forward type deal. So I'm excited for that. And the academic side, they're I've already talked to their academic advisor about my transcripts and how that's gonna correlate to me being a freshman when I get there. And yeah, so pretty good.
I like it. Yeah, you look like you was about to say something.
I was, but I'm good.
Now you said earlier that she got looked at on accident. Explain.
Yeah, like the coaches were coming to a game to look at another player, and Mecca was just balling, and so they reached out to Mecca, and she ended up getting that look and getting that scholarship. And so, and you also, that's why I say, every game is important. All those looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't look at don't take the summer for advantage, is what I have to say.
Yeah. No, I like that. And so that was a summer. You saying in the summer, they were coming to see somebody else and she was performing. School.
No, that was during the school year when UIC got that look, that first look.
And I think that's the importance of like always being ready. Like I talk about it a lot. So I had a program called Competitive Edge, and it was an independent program. And the one thing that I will always talk about is like, for me, I wanted to make sure I matched up against. So this is when you can match up against all the circuit teams. Right now, all the circuit teams got their own stops, but you can match up with all the circuit teams. And I'm like, at the end of the day, if you perform, if we playing Mecca and these coaches here to see Mecca and you go out there and perform, you can get a look. Like that stuff is real. So like hearing you say that, like I hope parents take heed to that. Like at the end of the day, if you perform,
because they were
these coaches are looking at talent.
Yes.
And the thing is, I'm mom, but the thing is,
slide the camera so mom can be in the camera. Just turn the phone. There we go.
Hey, so that's the thing, that it's the head coach, that saw her and saw her talent and was able to identify it, reach out to her, and execute. And so I believe when I say for Mecca, it was the fact that not just only that she performed well, but that actually like the coaching staff loved her and wanted her. And I think that that's a huge thing, especially when it comes down to time to commitment and like what your options are and who else is out there and what may look like and whatever other offers one may have. It's about who wants you. And for Mecca, she wanted to go where who wanted her, and where that vice versa relationship was reciprocal, and she was pouring into them and they were also pouring into her.
And I'm gonna add to that. One thing, like aside from the talent, for parents and for coaches, that is majorly important is like the relationship. Like how, like if you get along with these people, like if there's somebody that you would let ride in your car, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. That relationship is very important. You know what I'm saying, because your kid's gonna be going to school there. And so, how you get along with people and stuff like that, that's majorly important.
Major.
Yeah. I agree with that. And I'm gonna get to that question in a minute. But Mom, you just said something. I don't think that a lot of people like you just said, like they wanted her, right? Some people is like, okay, let's just say 5 schools are recruiting said person, and parents like, okay, they're recruiting her, so that means they want her. But that's not necessarily the case. That's not necessarily the case. So you just Can you talk about
No,
that a little bit of like what does that look like of
yeah.
like
So
yeah.
so I will say, I mean, Mecca went on more than one visit, and
Slide the
so
camera over so mom's in the camera. There we go.
Mecca went on more than one visit, and everybody wanted her. Everyone who offered her a visit, that gave her a commitment, everyone that was interested, they all wanted her. But that want and feeling to where you have a whole coaching staff that wants you, it's not the words that are said, it's more or less the nonverbal communication that goes on about, and the fact that my husband said to just let you ride in their car for what it is, or to take you around a town, or to just drop off and say, let's do this, or what are your interests, or just to even the fact if you have a head coach that says, hey, I want your daughter. I don't think that all head coaches are saying that to everybody.
And not all scholarships are the same, and like not all UIL deals are the same, or NIL deals are the same. And so the like and not and when you decide to commit is gonna matter in that coach's head for how they put their depth chart together for that incoming year. And so they want to know, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, the transfer portal has really changed the way like incoming freshmen are going to universities. And people can say that's good or bad. I don't know. I think that there's going to be a lot of missed talent that are going to these really good schools that are going to be able to make some noise, if you ask me.
I agree. I 100% agree. Mecca, what advice would you give to I want to talk to the 26ers first. There are some 26ers that I mean, at the end of the day, they haven't committed. They don't even know where they're going. What advice would you give to other 26ers as they navigate their big decision?
Number one, I would say don't let other people get in your head. Like, don't make your choice based on other people's opinions. You want to make sure, like, if you go to that school, you want to go there, because ultimately, you're gonna be there for the next 4 years. You're gonna be having to live there for the next 4 years. You're going to have to interact with the people, interact with the coaches for the next 4 years. So it's got to be the choice that you want. I'll say that, and I'll say also just love the environment that you're in, and just love the place that you want to go to. Is my biggest thing.
Community service stuff, all that.
Yeah, and it's not all about basketball too. It's academic, it's community service, it's the relationships that the coaches are trying to build with you, and you're building with them. So yeah,
I like it.
And And if I could just say, as a parent, when you're on a visit, I was really in tune on all of Mecca's visits on the key words that people said. It wasn't the words that people said, it was some of the things that weren't said. I
Yep.
mean, just a simple fact, and some of the things of when we were out at breakfast, the head coach making sure that Mecca ordered what she wanted, that she received what she ordered, checking in, those one of those like mom things that I would make sure that my child was satisfied with a meal. For me as a parent, that makes me feel like she'll be okay, at
Right.
least with her basic needs. At least someone's there that might just tap in or check in with her to make sure she's good and okay.
I
So
love that. I'm gonna get to what is your biggest what is her biggest adversity she faces during her journey? I'm assuming this is to you, Mecca. And how did that affect your performance? How did you get past it? Who's Crawford? This a family member. He got some good questions.
Yeah,
hey man, hey
that's my
Crawford.
brother. We deep.
Oh.
He got some good questions.
Hey Crawford.
I would say the biggest adversity, it has to be confidence.
Yeah.
It has to be confidence, because going like this basketball journey is tough. So if you don't have confidence, it's really gonna affect how you play, affect how you treat your coaches, affect how you treat yourself, affect how you treat your teammates. So I think the biggest thing is having confidence in how, knowing that you're doing the right thing, knowing that you're staying after to put up shots, knowing that you're trying your best, knowing that the positivity that you're trying to bring to other people on the team, knowing that that's the right thing to do. Just keep on doing the right thing, having confidence.
No matter what other people say, because like
Yeah.
a lot of times when you're on a team, especially in high school, when you're trying to be positive, there's people that want to bring you away from that light, and you gotta stay away. And you know, you'd be surprised how much these coaches see off the court. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, or how much they could pick up off the court from body language and behavior off the court. You know what I'm saying? So being positive is a continuous thing that it's not easy to perpetrate. You know, and so you know what I'm saying, that's a skill you got to work on.
I like it. Listen, y'all asking some good questions in the chat. I always gotta go to get at least 20 people. We're at 25 people, so your people is they coming through. Now, I need y'all to do me a favor. Share this with somebody because this family is dropping some gems. Let's get this to 30. Let's get this to 30 people. If you are enjoying this, hit that like button. Hit that like button. There we go, because we got to get that to 10. So hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Let me mute that. Go ahead and subscribe and share this with somebody. Let's get this to 30 people. We got, how many college credits have you accumulated so far? And how did you manage the school and basketball work ethic in high school? We got some good questions in here. We got some good questions.
Okay, so I have about 48, 51.
When did you start?
Okay, I have 51, at least 51 credits.
Wow.
College credits. I started honestly in 8th grade. No, freshman year. I started in freshman year, taking dual credit on ramps. And how I handled that is you having a balance between basketball and academics, and having and also making sure you're getting that rest, stretching, drinking water, Pedialyte. So I think just having that balance of okay, I'm gonna study this time. I'm gonna do basketball this time. I'm gonna listen to my music before I start my workout, or my homework. Just making sure I have that balance between each one.
I like it. I like it. Mom, Dad, what are some red flags? And I think, Dad, you kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but what are some red flags parents should look out for when deciding an AAU program?
There's a lot. I mean, some red flags is like
turn the camera.
Money. So some of the red flags are like when the first thing is money. It's a lot of people like to call it the tennis shoe network or the tennis shoe circuit. And so like a lot of times if that's what it's all about, you know what I'm saying, and your kid's not getting any I would say that parents, you should be concerned with your kids getting minutes over the summer. And if your kids aren't getting minutes, don't be afraid to commit somewhere else, because at the end of the day, you need to get on the court. Your kid needs to get on the court and needs to get some exposure, and that's what it's about.
I like that. It's a great answer.
I know for me, I'll just say for us as a family, a red flag is if you have an AAU coach that believes that they're the only program or the only person who can get your child to a D1 and or get developed. That's a problem, because like my husband just said, it's the shoe circuit. So it's all about, as a parent and a family unit, what you're putting into your child. And then you're giving that off to the AAU circuit or that individual, but it's all about not just what they feel like that your child can give to them, but it's about what you see that AAU coach pouring into your child. I'm really big on who's pouring into my child, because on the court, my child is pouring into the team and making that team successful, regardless of what that looks like.
And there are some coaches and some programs that believe that the athlete's decision on what university they decide to go to is it's their choice. There are some of these AAU coaches that believe that because your daughter, got some minutes and was out there banging, that they should be the one, that you should go to the school that they said that they should go to. And like they, our kid for the summer.
Right.
I watched her come out the womb, and
Yeah.
so and tied the string up. So it's like, so I know what's going on, and so it's like, but they'll think they know. They'll think they know your kid better than you do,
I feel
and
that. Now,
that is a red flag.
I like it. Now y'all finished off with Texas U. What made you choose Texas U?
Honestly, what made me choose Texas U, I love Coach Rich and Coach Ant and how they developed me outside of the post and outside of my high school where they have me positioned. And they helped me like develop more ideas and help me see the court a different way as well. Yeah. And I feel like they also built my confidence from going into my senior year as well. So yeah.
It's like some of the same things Mecca was saying about why she liked the other coaches is the same reason why she liked Rich, is because especially at the beginning of the summer there was like a lot of commitment into her game and into getting the ball into the paint and stuff like that. And when you getting that type of attention, you want that's what a player wants.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, and then also the development into other positions, which would prepare her for college and that next stage and level.
I love it. I love it. Knowing what you guys know now, and I'm gonna go to Mecca first. Knowing what you know now, and I'm gonna get to y'all questions in just a minute. You've been through this whole process. What would you have done differently? Like, what is something that you would have done differently, or even just something that you wish you would have known earlier in the process?
Okay, so honestly, so for my freshman year, everybody was like saying that watch where you post on social media, especially getting recruited. And knowing what I know now and how many people have got caught up, that is important. I didn't realize how important that was.
Yeah.
And to just keep pushing. Like, don't ever discourage yourself. Don't ever think that you're not enough in the game of basketball, because honestly, it's just progress. Like you're whatever you go through is gonna make you stronger. Whatever you go through is gonna honestly push you to where you want to be. So that's why.
I like it. I like it. Mom, Dad, knowing what you know, like just knowing what you've learned throughout this process. Both questions. One, what is something you would have done differently? And two, just what is something that you wish you would have known earlier?
I would say don't have when the clock hits zero, the game is over. Like don't have hangups on stuff. Like if you ever watch a game with me and my daughter and my wife, I'm going nuts on the sideline. I love the game. But at the end of the game, once the clock hits zero, it's over with. Like I have criticism maybe the next day, 24 hours about fundamental things like two hands on the ball, stuff like that. But it's not like it's not. Don't be one of them parents to where you got your kid locked up in the corner yelling at them because you feel that they missed a shot or something like that. Like they are going to have that shot again, and we need to encourage these kids as much as possible. And I would say another thing, when your kid is on the court or off the court, encourage the team. You know what I'm saying? Encourage the team, encourage the whole team, because it's like it's about unity. And that's something that everybody needs to learn and get better at. And so,
yeah, I'll just say this is Mecca's our youngest, so having 3 kids that's played AAU sports, being understanding that it's not just about your child, it's about the team and the team win and the program. That's with AAU. I'll say that's with high school. One thing that I would just say, I wish I would have known before kind of getting into this with girls basketball, because my oldest 2 are boys, is just the fact of just being a fan.
Yeah.
And being in the stands. One of the hardest thing I know as a mom and as a parent is to hear your child or your baby's name or number being called and it's not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
But being a fan and having that understanding that everyone not only has an opinion, But
let's see if we can get. There we go.
Before going into this, allow your child to process their game.
Yeah.
Because number one, like Mecca's told me, they're the one on the court. And so getting in that car, hopping in right after an AAU game or a high school game and going in hard on them, let them process it and just give them an opportunity to talk about what happened with them in their game and how they felt. My number one thing is, how did you feel about your game? Regardless if it was good or bad, because I know at least with Mecca, even on a good game or a win, there's still always criticism that she has about herself, or even things that she wished she could have done better or different. So as a parent, to just be there and be supportive in that. And then I'll say as a parent to also understand that coaches are coaches and that coaches are people too.
Yes, yes, they're gonna make mistakes.
They're gonna make mistakes.
Coaches are people too. I love that.
They have a whole life that is separate, unfortunately, from your child and from the game. So it's a hard pill sometimes to swallow, especially when you're so close, especially as coaches or as a parent and as a team. But coaches are coaches, and give them that 12 to 24 hour, 48 hour space if you have a problem or even a great thing you want to highlight. And if they snap back or don't talk to you, they're coaches and they have a whole life. So.
Yeah. Man, I love it. That was good. I'm gonna go back before I. Am I like choppy? Can y'all hear me?
No, that's us. I think it's some problem with the wire. So.
Okay. I didn't want to miss no questions. Somebody did say, what other positions are you looking to play, and what are you going to develop yourself for that, or what are you doing to develop yourself for that?
Also, other positions that I'm wanting to play is the stretch forward and being more on the perimeter a little bit more, like picking, popping, shooting the three. And things that I'm doing to develop those skills is honestly ball handling and shooting the corner three, shooting all the threes, wherever spot it is. And yeah, just that.
I think she needs to be ready to play the 1 through the 5. She needs to work on finishing. You know what I'm saying? I think she can play the 1 through the 5, and she needs to work on finishing and getting to the rim, aggressively getting to the rim offensively, and two hands on the ball on rebounds.
There you have it, man. I have enjoyed this. Thank y'all so much. First of all, y'all drop some congratulations, drop some fire, drop something for Mecca, who will be going to UIC. Can you take the headphone jack out? Let me see, because it's like playing back on this side. There we go. There we go. Yeah, y'all drop some fire emojis, drop some congratulations. Somebody said we see you pulling the 3 Saturday. Much love to you. Thank y'all again for hopping on. I definitely appreciate it. I'm looking forward to watching y'all. I think I'm actually coming to North Crowley for the high school tour this year. So I do a high school tour every year. And I think North Crowley's on my list this year. So I'm sure I will
Thank you for having us on here.
No problem. Again, I'm sure I'll see you soon. I look forward to following your journey this season, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right,
bye y'all. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
No problem. Y'all have a good one. Y'all, I definitely enjoyed that one. A lot of information for the parents. A lot of information for the parents, for the athletes, for fans. Mecca will be going to UIC. I'm excited to watch her this year because I feel like North Crowley, I don't know. I feel like they might be going to state. I don't know. What y'all think? Yeah, somebody says she has such great character. I will definitely be going to see her this season. Next up, we have Avery. Avery is going to Central Arkansas. She's going to Central Arkansas. I actually got to see her. I can't remember. Maybe that was Heart of Texas. It was a tournament in Dallas. I actually got to watch her play. And I absolutely loved her game. Like, talk about somebody that can play multiple positions. She's definitely that athletic, can shoot it, can defend, can get to the bucket. So I have her and her family. We're gonna go ahead and bring them up. Let me see if I can find Avery. Where we at? Guess two. And there we have it. Let me change my camera. Hold on one second. Where we at? It changed my camera. How y'all feeling?
They hear us.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
can hear you.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I am good. I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. I like to have these conversations. I do these calls every week. Now I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor though. I'm gonna need y'all. I texted to you, Avery. I'm gonna need y'all to send this to the family and friends, cause we at 19 now. I always have a goal to keep this at 20. So make sure y'all send this out to the family and friends.
Yes, ma'am. I
So that
got
we
you.
can keep this thing at 20. Yes. I appreciate you. We stand with you to make sure I appreciate that. And y'all that's tuned in, make sure y'all share this. Again, we have Avery who is going to Central Arkansas, played with THS.
Yes,
Played
ma'am.
with THS. I guess I'm kind of doing an introduction for you, but I'm gonna let you introduce yourself a little bit.
I'm Avery Mier. I'm a senior this year, and I'm going to Central Arkansas, as most of you know. I play the wing for my position. I'm homeschooled as well, so
Okay.
it was very important for me to like get exposure and stuff like that.
Let's talk about that. What were some of the what are some of the challenges, or were some of the challenges being homeschooled from an
I think
athletic standpoint?
I think the biggest challenge for being homeschooled, trying to go to college, is that during the regular high school season, there's not a lot of exposure. There's not a lot, you don't get noticed very much. So being on the right courts for AAU being on the right team is very, very important for
Yeah,
that aspect of it.
yeah. And you played with THS. Was this your? Have you been playing with them?
This was my first year with them.
Okay. What made you choose THS?
I just think the coach had a lot of connections, and we were playing on the Power 24 circuit, so the coaches were going to be there for the games, and I just really liked how he was able to develop me. I went to a few of his training sessions before I decided to commit to that team, and I had already felt like I was getting better. So
Yeah, I like it. Mom, dad. What made you guys say yes to THS? Like, what questions did you ask to make sure that that was the right fit?
I think from our standpoint as a homeschool parent, we were looking for development, exposure. We had some great conversations with the coaches around their connections with colleges. That was important for us. You know, we have kind of developed our own development program for her through the years because she's not in a school that has track and basketball and all the fitness and all that stuff that they have at school. So over the years, we've met great coaches and we looked for that in THS, and they were phenomenal with us. They kept us in the loop, and they were great. And actually, before she even joined the team, they were reaching out to colleges for us. We thought that was important,
Yeah.
and that made the big difference. I don't know if Karen wants to add anything to that.
I would just say that, we were debating between a couple of teams, and that was, really stressful because we knew that it was the last year, and it was very important for her. And she did not, you didn't have any offers at that point, right? She didn't have
Mm.
any offers. Um, and so we talked to some of the coaches, and thankfully, I'm so thankful. Um, they stressed to us how important it was for Avery, because honestly, we didn't know a whole lot about this whole recruiting thing.
Right.
We knew Avery was very talented, but for some reason she had no offers. So they were just stressed to us how important it was for Avery to be on the right stage.
Yes.
And that was the right decision.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you said that because, and parents, coaches, whoever's listening to this, send this to the parents because it's so important. I think that, and I don't know what team she played with before, but I think that that's kind of the hard part with a lot of athletes who are talented, but at the end of the day, I don't even want to say might be on the wrong team, but might not be in the right situation to get the right looks, right? And a lot of parents find themselves in that situation of like, my daughter's better than this person or that person and this person. Why don't she have the offers? Why don't she have this? And you just said the key thing, like the right stage matters. The right program matters. Being in the right situation matters. And I talk about that a lot. At the end of the day, Avery could have played with Ashley Roberts Elite, and she could have been the best player, a Division I player that might not have gotten seen if I wasn't playing in the right events on the right court at the right time. So I think that is very important, and parents really need to hear that. And as you said, she went into her last year with 0 offers, and she's going to a Division I school.
Yes, so that was very important. And I have to give credit to you because I just happened to run across one of your podcasts way back. I think it was you had done others, but I had seen the one where you interviewed Coach Joni, and then I watched almost everything since then, and that's where I got all my knowledge from.
I definitely appreciate that. Shout out to the podcast. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, no, I love that. And like I said, I think that it's important. And I'm gonna do a little shameless plug. If any parents are listening to this, you really need to be in the different community. Inside the different community, we have monthly calls. We have monthly guests. We actually have Amber Gregg, UTSA, assistant coach at UTSA, who will be on with the parents tomorrow, where you get to ask questions. You get to get some of the knowledge so that you can make the right decision, so that you can navigate this journey. I'll drop the link in the chat a little later, but make sure y'all join the community. It's free for 7 days right now. But Avery, what made you choose Central Arkansas?
I think the biggest thing for me, I was really like the connection I had with them and their culture, and just how they made me feel I was important to them, and they really wanted me on their team really bad.
What was some of the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just think that was the biggest thing for me, like the connection I had with them.
Now, what was some of the things that, because you just said like you could tell that they really wanted you. What did that look like? What was some of the things that was shown? It was like, okay, like this school really wants me. Like these schools are recruiting me, but this is the one that really wants me.
Like they reached out to me maybe once every 2 weeks, and when we went to Ohio for the last tournament, they came to every single one of my games. They sat there the whole time, and they would reach out to me and talk to me every now and again, and I just think that was important to me.
I love that. Mom, Dad, what made you, ultimately I'm sure it probably was Avery's decision, but what made you guys feel comfortable and confident enough to say, okay, Central Arkansas is it?
I was impressed that Coach Kemper reached out like day 2. So the head coach was involved very early on with recruitment. He didn't wait to get involved halfway through. He was from the very beginning, and just his interaction with her seemed good. He was very supportive of her. He kept her in the loop of what was going on. You know, of course, we got to do a visit, and that for me, for a father, you know, I felt like she'd be safe, and it was a great environment to grow it. He's got a family atmosphere. His family's involved in the game, and it's really, for me, that was important to see.
And they also gave Avery a plan. They showed her a video of like, oh, this is what we're thinking about for you. And so,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, they
like it.
just when I went on my visit, they showed me what they expected from me and what they saw me doing in their program.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Mom, dad, what advice would y'all give to other parents as they navigate this whole journey?
It's a commitment, I think, for a family. Um, there's a lot involved in making sure that that you are getting there where they need to be and staying involved in their development. That we've had some great coaches, like I mentioned earlier through the year, that have been very supportive of her. I say, you have to be ready for the commitment and support these kids and not beat them down, but support them. I mean,
Yeah.
we early on, I was told that coaches know that these players make mistakes and they're not too worried about mistakes, and so I shouldn't be worried about mistakes. And so I learned early on to try to support her, no matter how the game goes.
I like that. Mom.
I would just say, get educated, and don't be afraid to ask questions, because then everyone knows what each other's expectations are. The coaches know what the parents' expectations are. The parents know what the coaches' expectations are. And really, the questions are applicable to college coaches and AAU coaches, I think.
Yeah. Same
Um,
questions.
questions. And even if you're like, oh, should I ask this or should I not? As long as I think you do it in a respectful way, then you should ask the questions that, especially you're really trying to find the right fit for your daughter.
Yeah. What are some of the questions that you guys asked?
Um, my biggest for me, it's different for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest questions were, what is the culture like? What is the coach's philosophy? Um, does the school support my academic plan, or do the coaches limit majors? Do
Mm.
freshmen can freshmen fight for playing time, or are they limited to just sitting the bench the whole year? I think those were the biggest questions that I asked.
I like that. Those some good questions. What about you, mom, dad? What are some questions?
Go ahead, John.
One of the big questions I asked was academics, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They were very good about getting us in front of an advisor and talking through how they support the student athletes in their schoolwork as well. That was important for me. Um, yeah, I think that for me, that was probably one of the biggest things that I was really impressed with, how they sat us with an advisor and they would make a plan for her. Um, yeah, I asked a lot of questions around that piece. Avery was really good about knowing what she wanted in the program. We were also, my wife and I were big on development. If she
Mm-hmm.
wanted to continue her basketball career into a future, profession, I wanted to make sure that she was able to develop along the way, and that was important to us as well. So,
That's good. Avery, what advice would you give to other athletes as they navigate this journey?
I think the biggest thing for athletes who don't have offers and who are kind of stressing about the whole process right now, is reaching out to coaches. Is one of the biggest things that you could possibly do to like get your name on their board, get them to come to games and stuff like that, and just always hustling. Like, be the one to out hustle everyone on the court. I think is a really important thing to like stand out
Mm-hmm.
when you get on the court for the coaches.
That's good. Now, knowing what you know now, just from going through this whole process, what it's really a two-part question, but what would you have done differently? And what do you wish you would have known? So, what do you wish you would have known sooner that you know now?
I think the main thing I would have done differently is started a little sooner in the whole recruiting
Mm.
process. I think I didn't really start until my junior year, my junior high school year, and I think that's where I made a mistake at. And something that I wish I would have known sooner is that how important it is reaching out to coaches.
Yeah.
Because when I reached out to a few coaches before I went to an elite camp, and they remembered me for that, and they watched me at the camp. So I wasn't just someone there at the camp. They knew who I was. They were putting a face to my name.
How important do you feel, like you just talked about camps, like how important do you feel it is to go to camps? And like, I feel like a lot of people just go to a bunch of different camps without a strategy, right? So I guess how important do you feel it is to go to camps, and like how should athletes, and this is for mom, dad, all three of y'all, like how should athletes and parents determine which camps to go to?
I think camps are really important. Like, if it's a school you're interested in, and say maybe you already have an offer there, going to the camp. This is what I did with Central Arkansas. Going to a camp kind of gives you an idea of their dynamic. Will you fit into what they're doing? And I think choosing the right camps, like if you're not interested in the school, I would not go to the camp.
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
make it a point to go to the schools you're interested in. Email those coaches before the camp, and so you stand out.
Now,
Yeah,
go ahead, Dad.
no, I was gonna say we were pretty strategic about camps, and we didn't want to waste opportunities on camps that she wasn't interested in. So we prepared for those camps, and we were strategic about which ones she went to. It
Mm-hmm.
was important that we kind of got a chance to see the environment of the coach and the team in those camps. So we kind of watched that as well.
Yep.
So that's important when you're looking at camps. You're kind of looking at how they structure the camp, who's running the camps, how they coach those camps.
Yep.
Those were for us.
I like it. I like it. Avery, if you could just give any last just words to athletes. I know you talked about earlier, you talked about athletes who are 26s, right? But just I would love for you to just kind of talk to the young athletes, the athletes that's getting ready to start high school, the athletes that has more AAU seasons coming up. Like, what advice would you give them?
I think my biggest piece of advice was don't stress too hard about it.
Yeah.
It is stressful when it comes down to the last final decision. I think that was the hardest part for me.
Oh my God, I bet.
Again, just reach out to the coaches early. Get them to come to your games. Keep working so the coaches are able to see that you're developing over the years and that you can actually develop in their program. And just hustling on the court, trying to outwork everybody. I think that's really important.
I love it. I love it. Congratulations to you again. Y'all drop some fire emojis. Drop a congratulations. Give me something in the chat for Avery. Congratulations again. I'm sure it was like a weight off your back. All three of y'all, I'm sure it's like, all right, it's done. And you can just enjoy after that. So again, congratulations to you. I'm glad that we got connected. Like I said, I actually got to watch you play, and I really enjoy watching you play. So I was just glad that we even got to connect for the time that we did. Wishing you much, much success, and I definitely will be following your journey. And that's all I got. Thank y'all again for hopping on. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley.
All right, y'all have a great night.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for reaching out.
Bye.
No problem. Congrats again.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Avery and family. Avery will be going to Central Arkansas. Why did I almost say UIC? She'll be going to Central Arkansas. Our last but not least person is our athlete. It's Cora. Cora will be going to GCU. I actually got to watch her a little bit she's like that showcase, playing with Kingdom, and enjoy watching them play. Really good player out of San Antonio. Was in San Antonio, played with players first. I am going to bring Cora up if I can find her. There we go. How you feeling? How you doing? How y'all feeling?
We're feeling good. How are you?
I am good. You played at She's Like That, huh?
I don't think so. Wait. Oh yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
what I thought.
Oh yeah,
That's what I thought. I was gonna say
yes.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I saw you. I thought I did. How was it getting to play? I guess
It was really,
was that your first? Was that your first time like playing with the team?
yes, it was really good. Good to see like the connection we have and all that. So it was really good.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of get right into it. Moving on to Kingdom. Like, one, what would you say like is the big difference from going from public school to Kingdom?
I would say like the class size, like for here, there's only like 11 seniors, and like at Judson, there is like 600. So it's like definitely like way smaller. The uniforms too, and just, but a good thing about it is like they are intentional with bringing Jesus into each and everything. So I really like
Mm,
that.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. GCU. What made you choose GCU?
I really liked that it's a Christian university, which, well, I'll be around like a lot of like-minded people, which I really like that. Coach Winston, he came from a good school, so he like
Mm-hmm.
knows what it takes to get there. He's a very honest man, so he knows like he's not gonna he's gonna, huh? Sugarcoat. Yeah, he's not gonna
Yeah,
sugarcoat anything. He's gonna tell me how and what I need to do to get better and to where I want to be. So that was really big.
I like it. Mom, what made you feel comfortable and confident enough to say, okay, GCU is it?
Honestly, it was all Cora's decision. I've been kind of leaving it up to her for the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago when she was really going hard, getting a lot of attention, I wanted to make sure she wasn't going to burn out. So at that point, I kind of turned it over to her. I said, "Look, this has to be on you, and you have to be the one driving it. And I don't want to be forcing, you to go anywhere." And so GCU, we just went along for, the visits that she was really interested in going to. And it was natural after every visit, we kind of would be like, not sure, not sure. And then after GCU, it was just closed deal pretty much. So
That's good. That's good. Now, Cora, how do you see your game fitting in at GCU?
I see that they don't have a set like person inside. Like they have like a bunch of forwards. They don't call them bigs, I don't think. So just like being able to run the floor and just being able to play inside and outside and just using my versatility.
Yeah. Now you talked about earlier that like GCU like was a Christian, like you love that part, but like how mom just said, like y'all went on different visits and it was like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe, but this one was like, this is it. Like, what was that? Like, what was it about GCU besides that part that gave you that feeling of like, nope, this is the school I'm going to? From a
I was
go ahead.
I was gonna say I really don't know because like it was like people said that you get a feeling, and I was like, at my other visits, like I didn't get the feeling, so I was like, am I actually gonna get a feeling? So it's
Yeah.
like really just like trusting in God and just like praying about it, and like whenever I got to GCU, I just got that feeling.
It's like when you know when
Yeah,
you know you know.
for real. Yep.
Nah, I
yeah, I
love
think
it.
she had a lot of boxes, that she wanted to fit. We were kind of she was, looking for a certain fit. And
Yeah.
we'd go to these different visits and one or two boxes might be checked, but that's the way I felt anyway. After we
Yeah.
left GC, it was like every single thing. And then they'd say something else and it was like, okay, we didn't even anticipate that being in the picture, but
Mm,
that was a plus. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
you check the boxes. I love it. I love it. Now, now that's good. Now you play with players first.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, Corey, you probably could have played with anybody, right? And you stay with players first. I want you to really just talk about that for a second. Like one, what made you stay with players first versus going to, like I said, you could have played with anybody. So versus going to another program.
Honestly, my biggest thing is like loyalty. I just wanted to really stay loyal to that. I don't like changing up a lot. Like I rather just stay. Like even whenever I went to play at first, I was with Lady Hoops,
Yep.
and mom really like
That's where
pushed
I
for me to
remember
go
you
there.
from. So
Yeah.
I had competitive edge, and I'm
Yeah.
like, when I would see you with players first, I'm like, she looks
That's
so
he's
familiar.
competitive.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's where
yeah.
I got you from.
So
Okay.
yeah, I just really wanted to stay there, but my parents obviously knew more about like they had more experience on it,
Mhm.
and we ended up going, and I just see myself grow so much with Coach Devon, not just like um basketball wise, but also mentally. Like he
Mhm.
helped me to be more confident and just play my game. So just sticking with him and trusting in him and his process, and I feel like it ended up well. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you got what you needed, right?
Yeah.
Mom, how were you able to? Because again, like I said, she could have played with anybody else, and I'm sure the phones were probably ringing. How were you able to stay locked in and even help her stay locked in? Of like, and like I said, she sounds like that's what she wanted to do. But at the end of the day, like I know people were calling y'all, so like, how were you able to be like, nope, this is like what we're doing, and y'all both kind of stay locked in on this is where we're gonna play.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough getting her to move, like she mentioned, from Lady Hoops. I mean, she was really we still love Coach T. He's
Yep.
like, one of her biggest supporters, and he really helped develop her from the very beginning. And um, so I think for that next step, when we started to really put it on her, whether if you're going to play next level, she's been called D1 player since she was in seventh grade. So it was like, okay, are you really going to do it? And if you are, then we need to make sure that we're playing against some
Mm-hmm.
teams that are going to be, those girls are going to D1 schools too. So um, Coach Devon had awesome lineup, a couple years before that, Ariana Robertson, a bunch of girls that are in D1 right now. And so I think for us, it was just making sure that we were going to put her in a space where she was going to grow. And like she said, he wasn't just concerned with wins. And I think a lot of teams,
Yeah.
it's like putting a good team together and having a great lineup for wins, tournament wins. But it was for him, it was more her, it was really growing her as a person, as a basketball player, making sure that she's going to be mentally tough for when she goes to the next level. And that's
Mm-hmm.
honestly what brought us up here too, to go to be at Kingdom.
Yeah.
Um, was really making sure she was gonna be ready for the next step.
I love it. I love it. Cora, what would you say was the hardest part about your recruitment journey?
Honestly, probably talking to coaches. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like it's not talked about enough that like we really don't want to be talking to coaches, but we like have to. Like, I think
Yeah.
that's just the way we became after like COVID, I want to say. Like, we just all became like introverted and we just didn't want to like talk to people as much and we just lost our communication skills. But I feel like I've definitely grown out of that. Like, talking to them has helped me like grown more with that. So it's definitely good still.
That's a good point, actually. It's like, dang, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to ask. Like,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
There was a
what
lot of
were some?
calls.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying there's a lot of calls that she had to be on. And yeah, she stuck it through. She
What
was
were some of the
able.
questions that you did ask when on a phone call with these coaches?
Um, Definitely just like how they coached and how they ran their program. Definitely, you can't really say that because they low key say what you want to hear, but like
Mm-hmm.
just that's why we go on officials too, because you kind of get that idea watching practice and even watching games sometimes too. But yeah, those are the main things I asked too.
I like it. What advice would you give to other athletes going through their basketball journey?
Probably just to enjoy the process because it definitely flew by. Like I thought I
Yeah.
had way more time and then just snap of the fingers, it was here. So definitely just enjoy the process, enjoy like putting the work in because like if you don't and then it's the end and you have no more time to do that. So just enjoying the process for sure.
I love it. I love it. Mom, what advice would you give to other parents as they navigate this journey?
Oh man. Um, Obviously this is our first time. She's almost our oldest. Our oldest is not. He didn't play sports, so this was our first round going through anything like this. So I think for us not only enjoying the process, but really having her be her true, genuine self wherever she goes, and being comfortable with wherever she is, not being
Mhm.
afraid to be herself. I think if you fake it and then you're around people and you're not really true to who you are and what you want to do, then you're not gonna be happy in the end. So
Yeah.
that was a big deal, making sure we're just not faking it to get to the, this in front of this or that coach, but really be where you want to be, go where you want to go, and don't be afraid to just do what you want to do. And anything's possible. That's what we always told her.
Easy, easy, quick and easy. Listen, y'all, I need y'all to drop some fire emojis. I need you to drop a congratulations. I need you to drop something in this chat for Cora. Like I said, I love just bringing on other athletes, other parents, to talk about the journey, to talk about the process, to talk about what it looks like. A part of this, my platform, is information, is education. And as I said earlier, it's no better than getting the parents, the players who are actually going through this. So I definitely appreciate y'all for hopping on, giving some information. Cora, good luck this season. It was good to see you at the She's Like That showcase. Like I said, I enjoy watching y'all play. And I'm gonna be following y'all. Like, I'm excited to watch Kingdom this year. Y'all got a lot of talent. Picked up Amari. So obviously she wasn't there, but I'm definitely excited to watch y'all. I know coach is kind of gonna work out something and get me to the campus and check it out and do some content with y'all. So I'm definitely excited to watch y'all this season. Again, thank y'all again for hopping on. And good luck the rest of this season.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you for reaching out.
No problem. Thank y'all.
Alrighty. Bye.
All right, y'all. UIC, Central Arkansas, and who was my third? Oh, Cora, and GCU. 3 athletes who are going on to play at the next level. If y'all know any 26s who have committed, send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram _this is Ashley R. I would love to get them on. It's 15 of y'all still on here. Y'all, let's get this to 15 likes. That's just 4 more. It's 11 right now. Let's get this to 15 likes. We are going live again at 8:30. So in a minute, we will be going live. I'll be going live with Edward. I'm coming, and Lefty, who's with Sudden Exposure, to talk about the She's Just Different showcase. So if y'all don't know, She's Just Different showcase will be this Saturday, the biggest showcase in Texas. All the top teams are going to be there. A lot of good matchups, evaluators. I mean, it's going to be the place to be Saturday in Austin. So we are going to talk about it at 8:30. If y'all are interested, come back and hop in the live at 8:30. Now we got it to 12. I need 3 more likes, y'all. 3 more likes. It's 15 of y'all on here. All 15 of y'all have not liked it, because then we'll be at 15 likes. So go ahead and hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel so that you can see all the content that goes out. Every Tuesday we have a pod. There we go. 13 likes. I need 2 more. Every Tuesday, a podcast episode dropped. Yesterday we had Kelsey Baker with Mesquite High School. That was a pretty good one. Every Thursday we have a live breakdown where I break down some of the interviews of the college coaches that I do. And then there 14. I need 1 more. I need 1 more like, y'all. Just give me 1 more like. I can't end this at 14, 16. I knew y'all rock with me. I knew y'all did. I'm not going to ask for too much and say get it to 20. I'm going to take what I can get. 7. Okay, now we're at 17. Now I feel like I got to get to 20. Y'all made me do it. I said 15, and then y'all just wanted to go above 18. Come on. Y'all can give me 2 more. Y'all can give me 2 more likes now. Or am I asking for too much? Am I asking for too much for 2 more likes? Listen, I need y'all to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Share this out. Again, we will be back at 8:30. Myself, I'm coming, and Lefty, 19. We just need 1. Once you hit that like, I need you to say me in the chat. I need you to say 20. I rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back on our series next Wednesday. This is a every Wednesday thing. So make sure y'all come back to hear these athlete stories, to get the information from the parents every single Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Y'all steady hitting that like button. I appreciate y'all. Again, we will be back at 8:30 for the She's Just Different live preview. And I'll see y'all in just a minute. We out.